7:30, we gon' pull up in a black beans, taking all that. We gon' pop a couple. While they poppin' paparazzi pictures. I got my in the back and my bros in the front leading. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with Daft Punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. Hit me with your love, boy, I know you wanna. Pick me up and love me. I'll be waiting on ya. Hit me with your love, boy, I know you wanna. Pick me up and love me. I'll be waiting on ya. He said, let's hit that back room. You be the, I be that. We can get it. Tonight I'm on it. Tonight I'm in a zone, a bass jumping, a club pumping, it's hot. These coming in that club cause they won't try. I won't say I got a feel for you little nice, but I got a feel for you little nice. I pay the whole bill for you little nice. I do my little jig for you little nice.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Chicago Bears. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Soldier Field. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, 48 yards. And the Bears will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for TreVeyon Henderson. Loose inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Henderson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time out.
Just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To throw, Williams. He'll try and do this himself. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll go. Here's Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monungai. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air, Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. And Diggs has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Now the So as they talk it over, we step aside. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. May. He'll try and do this himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Drake May. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are able to widen their advantage. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. May going to try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll try and set up the screen with Swift. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and it forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the shotgun, May with it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
May looking to run. Taken down, a Bear sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. May looking to run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
It's caught inside the 25. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. First target, first catch, and a first down. Straight ahead, Henderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. TreVeyon Henderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Here's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Working out of the gun, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. To throw once more, here's Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Henderson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, a run with Henderson. And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And that'll be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handle.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. And off we go from Soldier Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Flush to his right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Bears 1st down. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Derek Hall there to bring him down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that'll set up 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's going to be caught. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Give up the middle with Swift. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Williams now to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So That might be his first target.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears and themselves. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 69 yards. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Throwing is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good. First down.
To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
17 more yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass caught by Burden. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. Touchdown Bears! Rome Odunze from 17 yards out. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, picked by Kevin Byard. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown.
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now Williams throwing to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Rome Odunze.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
And he returns this to the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
A pass complete to Odunze.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Williams from the gun on third down. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Williams looking to do it himself. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night.
And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He'll try to do it himself. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. Williams looking to do it himself. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Pass to the sideline. He's got Odunze.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Back to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland as the first half is winding down. And the Bears take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Santos with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Williams. It got his man complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Pushing his way through. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, 40 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Shoves him away. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 35 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet,
taking it right down Broadway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still try. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Williams looking to do it himself. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. Williams looking to do it himself. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He's got some room to operate. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, 28 yards. And the Bears have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Back to throw. Williams. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
To throw once more, here's Williams.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
To the left side into the hands of Odunze.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Play action. Now Williams.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
To throw, it's Williams.
And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Throwing is Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Williams going to look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Nahshon Wright. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Cloak.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
To throw, Williams. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the air once more, Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't state maps, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started.
And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's got room. A solid stiff arm. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 37-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 4.
At the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to 25 there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
J.J. McCarthy,
22 yards.
And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Hunter,
65 yards.
and the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And that flag accepted.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Off the option, it's Jones.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. McCarthy operating from the gun. He'll try and do this himself. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
To the air with McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Throwing is McCarthy. Touchdown! Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
Travis Etienne
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now McCarthy. Complete to Addison on the out route. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, 34 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Price now to return. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Here's 1st and 10.
Vikings, first down.
They'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Poses.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
An inside give to Jones.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Second and 10. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson,
33 yards.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after here coming up. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
A name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Here's second and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Cook up the gut. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 32 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown, so here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second down and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. So an unlucky number here, a loss loss of 13 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but life is one that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just...